In this video, I will show you how I went from zero to £1,000 a month in dividend income. This is my story. First, a warning that I will be mentioning fast food and delicious treats. This is not nutritional advice, and the level of your cholesterol may go up as well as down. Please do your own research. Okay, let's get into the video and hoover up those dividends. In the beginning, there was nothing. I wasn't even thinking about shares or the stock market. I needed some kind of trigger to get going. And then suddenly, it happened. The price of bank shares started collapsing all around me. Northern Rock, Barclays, Lloyds, RBS, HBOS, that's all I heard on the way back from work. What used to be pounds were now pennies. Looking back now, it was the fear of missing out that gripped me. I just couldn't believe that any of these giant institutions could go under. But in the end, and across the world, some did. I was scared to dip my toe into the market, into the unknown. I was also scared of missing out if there was a recovery. What was the spark that started my journey? In the autumn of 2008, the Barclays CEO John Varley announced on the radio that despite all the panic, Barclays was not going to go bust. His voice sounded so calming and reassuring. I decided that was it. I researched on how to buy shares, and as luck would have it, Barclays offered an online share dealing service. So I splashed out on a cheap laptop, and in January 2009, I put £1,000 into Barclays, and the portfolio I have today was born. During the first year, I bought other banks and also the insurance company Aviva. While a bank seemed to be gaining traction and seemed really exciting, Aviva was not really doing anything, and I started to lose interest. So I hit the big sell button and said my goodbyes to Aviva. But later in the year, a surprising and lucky thing happened which changed my investing life forever. One day when I turned my computer on, I found to my surprise that Aviva had paid me a dividend of £48 long after I had said goodbye. This was because I'd sold them after the ex-dividend date, so I was still entitled to receive the dividend. That payment changed my whole outlook, and I never forgot it. The banks were exciting, but the excitement soon turned to volatility, and sometimes they were just too hot to handle. So I bought Aviva back and said I was sorry, and we were never parted again. At the end of 2009, my dividend payments were £93 for the year, or £8 per month. In 2010, I added oil, mining and utilities to diversify a bit more. This was really exciting. I just loved shoving any spare money I could find into my laptop. It can be difficult to diversify if you are just starting out. I'd never even heard of something called an ETF back then. In 2011, I added a house builder and an LED lighting company. The September of that year was a significant step. I'd reached an average of £100 a month dividends across the previous 12 months. I decided to celebrate. £100 a month coming in. Free money for not doing anything. Dividend investing is long term, so celebrate those tiny milestones. I did something simple and had a happy meal. As I sat down, I reflected on what I had achieved. I wondered how many happy meals I could afford with this passive income stream coming in. More importantly, I wondered how long it would be before I was sitting here in the same seat, celebrating £200 a month of free money. It's these little celebrations along the way that can keep us motivated. I then added a telecom company, more oil and mining. I didn't just shop at a supermarket, I bought a supermarket. Let's ignite this portfolio with gas, car insurance, big pharma and aerospace. In March, I crossed the £200 a month mark and another Happy Meal to celebrate and reflect. I wasn't spending the dividends, I was reinvesting them back in, with new money going in as well. My third Happy Meal came in September of the same year. Wow, I was motivated. I'd read many times about the power of compounding, but now I could feel it happening. Next I added Unilever and another Happy Meal came in August. And a further one in September. We were really motoring now. I then snapped up HSBC and Sainsbury's. More mining, Royal Mail and a pub chain. Renewable energy and water. In 2018 I had over 20 companies, and with so many mouths to feed now, I just kept adding to those. I could almost see the finishing line now, but I kept at it. This time Diageo, and for the first time ever, a couple of ETFs to nail it. The most important thing I've learned from this journey is not to be obsessed with share prices, hoping they will do this or hoping they will do that. I came to realise that it was not the price that really mattered. It was simply owning quality companies and holding them forever. Then all I needed was a few celebrations along the way and time. Thank you for listening, and if you found any of this helpful, then consider subscribing, and we can all boss the markets together.